This was a massive corporate giveaway and a huge restructuring of power in the United States. And we're really, while people are going to make a fuss about voting against it because it had a buck against a hospital and say, oh, you voted for $5 against a hospital, we are really going to see in the years to come exactly how we were betrayed by that aspect of this legislation.
Well, I think we've yet to even get the congressional committee that's supposed to be overseeing where that money went. As far as I know, they haven't even met at this point.
And it's going out the door already.
But I want to talk about the HEROES Act, which was a message bill. Mm-hmm. You voted for this. Well, what was the message of the HEROES Act? I know it was much bigger, but there was a lot of it seems to me that for a bill that everybody knew was not going to go anywhere in the Senate, that message seems very, very mixed.
Yeah, well, I do think that towards the end, while we were winding down on this bill, we started to hear from leadership this actually wasn't a messaging bill, that they actually are trying to negotiate this with McConnell, which we'll see. From what we're seeing, McConnell is basically sitting on the HEROES Act in the Senate and waiting for everyone's expanded unemployment to expire to use as leverage so that everyone is desperate, and then he can, push through something else that's terrible. But if it is intended as a messaging bill, I don't think it's a strong one.
But Cobra, let's talk about this. Because, if this is a message bill, the message is we're going to provide for the American public the most expensive possible version of health insurance we can provide. Mm-hmm. We're not going to have automatic stabilizers because that's going to look like it's too expensive. Right. But we're going to subsidize the most expensive and efficient way that we can provide health insurance. You voted for the bill. So, how do you justify that in that context?
Well, I do think that subsidizing Cobra is trash and it's horrible. For me, one of the tipping points for this and for what it's worth, it is, I'm just going to say it's a sausage factory in multiple ways. And we really should be applying pressure on Democrats who think Cobra is better than just expanding Medicare to the unemployed. Cobra is horrible. It's terrible. It's a corporate giveaway.
But I still voted for it. It's a sausage factory. This bitch. She voted to give trillions of dollars of your money to corporations, to Boeing, lobbyists. And she's laughing about it? What the fuck did she say? That was 3 minutes of horseshit. 3 minutes of horseshit. She's talking about every fucking subject that she can think of to avoid answering the question. Complete, utter horse manure. And she's like, we should apply pressure to other Democrats. Bitch, apply pressure then. You're second to Donald Trump, to the president, with your reach on social media. Who to apply pressure but you? Oh, fuck off, man. Just blah, 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 blah. Hot fucking air and no action. What the fuck? I'm so mad I had to sit through 3 minutes of that horse shit. Complete platitude salad. Complete platitude salad. And then you're going to have people oh man, it's so easy for you to just criticize, progressives are doing this. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. You couldn't put a fucking gun to my head and make me give $60 billion to Boeing or vote for that shit. You couldn't do that. Pull the trigger. I'm voting for it. You either have a fucking spine or you don't. She's literally colluding with the neoliberal establishment, with Nancy Pelosi, Mama Bear, I don't give a fuck, and the rest of them when it comes to really important legislation. There's no pressure. What pressure did she apply? She came and yelled for 2 minutes. Go and yell at Nancy Pelosi in her face. Do that. That's already a bit better than what you're doing here. Come on, man. Don't you remember when she was first elected? She started protesting by hanging outside Nancy Pelosi's office. What happened to that? Why did she fire all of the nice progressives that she had with her that helped her, this insurgent campaign. Where are they? Why is she replacing all this stuff? And then people can say, oh man, you believe a Politico article? No, this is a fact. Go, you can Google it. I can verify it. And then she's endorsing fucking Nadler, this Russiagate McCarthyist prick. What century are you living in? She had 2 other choices that are way better. All right? And this guy takes corporate money. God, what a disaster. You know, this is the problem with politicians. They have this ego. Once they get into there, they got that little fucking pin here. They're like, oh shit, I'm a congressperson. Oh shit. You know, it gets to the head, man. This is why you can't deal with politicians. AOC could beg and plead 24/7 for the cops who killed George Floyd to be arrested. It wouldn't happen. Protests made that happen. Black people made that happen. Okay, African Americans protesting made that happen. Working class people made that happen. Ain't no fucking politician gonna make that happen. Okay? So we need to stop idolizing these people. They're public servants. Public servants. They're nothing more. Do you understand? Yeah, what have they done for you? Where's Medicare for all? Where's Green New Deal? Fuck all. Stop idolizing these bastards. They work for you. They're not your, they're not superstars. You want to idolize Jimi Hendrix? Sure, cool. I love playing guitar. But not a fucking politician, man. No. This is absolutely horrendous. She couldn't give a straight answer, could she? Platitude salad, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. And I covered this very, very, very extensively in detail. I covered the HEROES Act, the CARES Act, all this shit. Okay, I'm sick of talking about this. These motherfuckers put up no resistance. Even Pramila Jayapal, who is essentially at the head of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, she said, I think this was on the 4th bill. I'm losing count of these giveaways. On the 4th bill, she said, I'm voting no, but I won't whip the rest of the caucus into voting no. Well, what fucking use are you then? That's your fucking job. Of course you should whip the rest of them to vote no. That's how you apply pressure. These motherfuckers don't care. They don't want to play the game. They say, oh yeah, we have to get a lot of progressives into the House and, then we're going to have a big group and we can block legislation. No. There's a fucking 100 people in the Progressive Caucus. They didn't do shit. Dude, they're taking you for a fucking ride. Abandon electoral politics. These people are wasting your fucking time. They're wasting your money and they are playing you. They're taking you for fucking suckers. They haven't gotten anything accomplished. The only thing that's getting accomplished is direct action by the working class, by minorities, by blacks. End of fucking story, period.